Hey y'all, so if you would like to purchase one of these anti-status teas, those are in my description link below. Alright y'all, so um the last couple of days online I've been seeing some comments that have been bothersome to me, and I felt compelled. Okay, I felt very compelled to address this. So let's go ahead and take a look at two of the comments that I recently saw on social media. So this is the first one. I don't know, this guy was telling, like, ladies, please get a gun. And somebody replied, this is quite possibly one of the worst solutions you can provide, especially where there are women who are thrown in jail for just firing warning shots or shooting in self-defense. Here is another one. She's right. So they were, I don't even remember the post they were responding to, something about gun ownership. And this young lady responded, she's right. I was arrested for shooting in the air after my ex-husband put my head through a glass table while I was holding my newborn. He got away without any arrest. 10 years later, he's still harassing me, and cops do nothing but remind me I was arrested for shooting at him. Now, I need people to know, especially for my ladies out there, warning shots are not a thing. It's not a real thing. In fact, you can literally, as this young lady here just said, you can literally be prosecuted for warning shots as a felony crime of criminal recklessness. Now, gun laws vary from state to state, so that's why it's very important for every person who owns a firearm for personal protection. You should absolutely be attending a firearms training course. This way you can learn about the unique gun laws for your particular state, and when it's appropriate to actually defend your life. If there's no serious gun owner, firearm trainer, or even a person that sells gun that would ever tell you to fire a warning shot. It doesn't happen. It's literally not a thing. And in fact, if somebody was to tell you that, you should fire them and no longer seek their services. Now, unfortunately, in society, there are a lot of misconceptions regarding when is the correct time to defend your life. As a gun owner, it is up to every individual to know the direction of that muzzle. You must understand where those rounds are going, what you will shoot or impact if it passes through your target. You are legally responsible for every single round that you fire, every single one. You can be held liable both criminally and civilly for every projectile that leaves your gun. This is why, if you guys remember the Breonna Taylor case, where the officer was not charged for actually shooting Breonna Taylor. However, he was charged for the projectiles that went into the neighboring apartment, because that was not the intended place that he was trying to land those projectiles. So basically, thus putting other people in danger. So just because you think you're shooting at the ground, just because you think you are shooting in a safe direction, you are still responsible for every single one of those projectiles. If they ricochet, change direction, impact a person or an object, injure somebody, death, damage, or even sometimes just shooting the warning shot at all. Okay. Also, just think about this. How do you feel threatened enough to use an object that causes deadly or stops deadly force, but not threatened enough to actually stop the deadly force? So, firearms are only to defend yourself in actual imminent danger. Deadly force should only be used when necessary to stop a threat, to defend your life or defend someone else's life. So, 2020, we saw the biggest increase in particularly Black gun ownership in history. And so it's very important that we are being educated and we know the laws of our state. A lot of times, unfortunately, where people are thinking it's racism and misogyny, it really, a lot of this has to do with the lack of knowledge. Okay. One of the realest things inked on paper to this day is my people perish for the lack of knowledge. So I just want people to know warning shots are not a thing. It's not a thing. Take it out of your mind. We have to really change how we're having these discussions in the social sphere, because just a little education can put you in such a better position. And this is why I always talk about being trained. And even in these trainings, you will learn how, if you feel your life is in threat, but you don't feel you need to actually use deadly force to stop the threat, you can learn other techniques to mitigate even having to use a firearm in the first place. So this is why I stress education. So y'all, please link with your local firearm instructors and people who teach self-protection courses, and also teach you more about your local laws. But those are my thoughts. Leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.